So we will be anticipating for a 10-second lag.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
that's what
Great,
should I
great. Yeah. So, hello and welcome everyone to another one of Protect Academy's LinkedIn Live and YouTube Live sessions. So, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll be starting in, you know the drill, right? We'll be starting in another 30 seconds. And we have a very special mentor with us today. He is one of our favorites, and he always livens up every single session with a lot of interaction and a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge. So grab something, have some tea, coffee ready, and we'll be commencing in another 30 seconds.
Hey everyone, good morning, good evening, depending on the different time zones we are in. Hope you're able to see my screen. I'm just sharing my screen with you. Rizal, is my screen visible?
1 second, sir. Yes, now it is visible.
Okay.
So we
So
have a
I will,
very interesting topic
yeah,
today.
go ahead.
Right, right. So today, Mr. Ajit Pal Singh is here with us, and he will be discussing AI and how it is changing the trajectory and how the cyber threats are evolving with the help of AI. So that is something that we're going to be diving into today. And before we get started with the webinar, I would like to announce that Mr. Ajit Pal Singh is coming out with another one of his coveted CompTIA Security Plus batches, and it's going to be starting from the 12th of July, weekend sessions. You know how we always do. So we'll be putting in the details towards the end of the session. I'll be putting in the contact details and everything. Until then, feel free to drop your questions, your queries in the comment section, and Mr. Ajit Pal Singh will be taking all of those. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Please, the stage is yours.
Sure. So this is about, so I welcome you all on behalf of Protect the Academy. Okay, the session is more related to artificial intelligence. Around a year ago, I worked on this slide, but later on, generative AI, in the beginning it was generative AI, but now around a year ago, agentic AI also started taking a main stage, center stage. So in this slides, in this session, I will take you through not only artificial intelligence like generative AI, but also take you through agentic AI and how it can impact the cybersecurity today's world. A lot of you have these concerns that how AI will evolve. It's evolving, but how it will impact our jobs. Okay, will it be impacting our jobs in a negative manner, positive manner? I will answer some questions of yours in this. But one thing I can say that definitely, if you are a learner and if you have a zeal to learn and inquisitive about new things, then AI will do wonders for you. That is what my crux of AI is. I also have spent around 21 years in industry and now transitioning towards AI, but more towards AI into cybersecurity because I can't change my field altogether. So AI impacts like cybersecurity is a cross-functional field. Similarly, AI is also a cross-functional field. It touches different aspects of a security. So I am more interested and inclined towards the cybersecurity part of means how AI impact the cybersecurity. I welcome you all on behalf of Protective Academy. I have been associated with them since beginning, almost 1.5 years. Colonel Subhajit Nah is a lead mentor and protector of it, and also I have been there since beginning. I do take a lot of batches from them. CompTIA Security Plus, CCSP, CSSP. These are the batches I delivered for them. So Protecte is a leading cybersecurity training and certification platform. which provides certifications in different fields. At the same time, protected technology arm, it also into IT service providing company. The agenda of this session is what is generative AI, agentic AI, what is large language model, AI in cyber security. And when I say AI, I mean both generative AI and agentic AI and the risk of AI. So who am I? My name is Ajit Pal Singh Vadhavan. I have been in industry since last 21 years. It's 20 is like because the slides are old. So I spent around 21 year in industry. Okay. I have worked into security operation centers. I was a head of security in BT, British Telecom SOC. I delivered security testing. I worked in compliance, privacy regulation industry. At the same time, I have 21 years of industry in profession. I've worked 21 years of experience in professional training. I have conducted 250 plus training sessions on not 250 now, it's more than 500, I would say, because it's increasing. So on CISA, CISM, CSSP, CCSP, CRISC, Security Plus, I have been teaching Security Plus since 2017 when version 4 was there. And right now it is version 7 is there. I'm an IC2 authorized trainer for CISA, CCSP and CSSP, and ISACA authorized trainer for CISA, CISM, and CRISC. Certifications, I have many. I have total 23, 24 certifications, and that's a need of an hour because since beginning, I always wanted to be in training because training is my first love. I always say this line, I'm not an, if you have seen a movie, Accidental PM, I'm not an accidental trainer. A lot of times people comes into this profession because they think for them money is a motivator or some other thing. But for me, training is my passion, and I'm not an accidental trainer. I deliberately wanted to be in this profession, and that's the reason I'm here. So let's start the session. Okay, so what is AI? AI mimics human thinking and behavior. It's like an assistant reading and understanding emails. So science devoted to making machines think and act like human. Like what you see, there was this, you must, all of you might have seen movies like Terminator. Recently, movie Mission Impossible was there. It's a good movie, I would say. Go and watch it. It will show, although they have exaggerated a lot, but I won't. I will say that thing is not very very far away. Then machine learning, like till now, till I would say from two. Although AI is not a new concept, it's there since 1950s, but it has started gaining traction from 2010 onwards. I would say the last decade. Earlier, you have to program machines to do their job, but here with the help of machine learning, they can learn things on their own without being explicitly programmed. It learns from data to improve over time, identifying important email based on user actions. Like we all as a human being, we learn from the data and we improve over time. So same here, machine learning, we don't have to program like A plus B, so write to program or a code to perform a job. Machine will learn from the data provided and learn with experience like we also learn. Then we have a deep learning. It is that part of our machine learning which is based on artificial neural network. Artificial neural network, human brain is also very similar to a human uses neurons, which we don't need to program. It learn on its own. So it uses neural networks to understand complex data, detecting spam by analyzing email patterns, learns deeply like a brain. A subset of machine learning which is based on artificial neural network kind of resemblance to the brain like human brain. Generative AI, what it is? It is artificial intelligence that uses existing data patterns to create new, original content like text, images, music, and code. So it generates new content responding to the message. write or create things. Like, for example, today only, I posted one content on LinkedIn. I had things in mind. Okay, so I specifically messaged AI, the chat GPT, that, okay, I want this thing. Please give me an example related to that. So it already has a content. I have given the prompt. It takes the data from that content and generate the new content for me. So that is what a generative AI. Here, chat GPT, Grok, it's all chat GPT. Then you have a Google, Gemini, Microsoft Copilot. That's all an example of generative AI. At the same time, we have agentic AI. We were still able to cope up. We were figuring out that what to do with generative AI, and then what happened? A bolt from the blue, that is generative AI, agentic in the form of agentic AI, has been thrown at us. Like even in generative AI, you have to give prompt. Okay, you have to give prompt that this is what I want to do. This is the content you generate. But agentic AI, it will do the thing on its own. Let's take an example. In a generative AI, you have to tell the system that, okay, please show me the five. Like recently, I generated I want ChatGPT to generate the content that I want to go to Vietnam for with a family of four. How much I have to spend? So whatever I have asked, it has generated the content on the basis of information it has, and it has provided me that. But agentic AI, I will simply tell, okay, please find out the tickets and book it for me. So it will find out that flights, okay, and it will book the tickets for me just like the one human beings do. So it acts independently to achieve goals, reading emails, and think, decide, and does things on its own. So let's deep dive into detail. What is generative AI? It is that type of AI that creates new content using machine learning algorithms. It uses a large data set of examples to learn patterns and structure within the data. Like we human beings also need to train. Like now I'm getting trained on AI. Similarly, machines also needs to be trained on different types of a data. The AI uses this. So first they have to be trained. Like there is a saying that if you are using some service for free, then you are the cost you are paying for it. So Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, they are taking tons and tons of TBs and TBs of data, petabytes of data from you. What do you think? Why that data is for? They are used to they are one of the use cases, one of the uses of this is to sell this data to different AIs, because that definitely Google, which is generating the data from you or taking the data from you, it must be using that data to train their AI. Recently, if you remember the Ghibli trend, although I never used that trend, but all of a sudden, from nowhere, out of the blue, that trend started. People get crazy about it. They have uploaded the picture, get the Ghibli created, art created, and then now no one is using it. So it was started by the company to take data for training, and now it's gone. So generating AI, intriguing in its learning process, absorb patterns from data sets and uses them to create new content. It is not a very easy thing, you see. It's very complex in itself. The application of generative AI includes art, design, healthcare, etc. You can use it for writing emails. It can generate personal emails for job interviews. It can create images. It can summarize the article, can summarize long blog posts into concise and bullet point. Recently, I was seeing an ad of Adobe. So there was this guy, Ankur Wariko. He submitted some document for review. The lady says, "Hey, I'm impressed. Can you please send a summary?" The other people around him got intrigued, got confused that how to send summary in a quicker manner. So what Ankur Warikoo did, he clicked summary in Adobe using AI, the summary of the document was created. Sometimes because I'm using a paid version of Adobe, sometimes I open a big book, it says, hey, it seems like a long text. You want to read a summary of it? Look, summaries are okay, but everywhere summaries are not possible. Then it will generate the recipes. Like recently, I went to somewhere out for outing with my family. I asked to generate the itinerary. Yes, it can. It can write a code also, but we are far away. Sometimes I feel it is too much exaggerated that AI will do everything for you. No, it takes time. The condition like Terminator is far away, but I will give you some examples which can show you that AI is not as dumb as we are thinking about. So, Gen AI, how it works, it uses a deep learning called generative adversarial networks to create content. So, GI, it has two things: generator, which acts like a creator. Like Shiva has two forms: creator, sorry for uh, talking about religion. Shiva has two forms: generator, it acts like a generator, but at the same time, it has a destroyer form also. So same here, it's generator, which generates new data samples to mimic the actual data distribution. At the same time, you have a discriminator, which is trained to distinguish between accurate and generated data. So whatever content, both generated and discriminator, they act in competition with each other. Discriminator acts like a devil's advocate. Okay, you are generating something, I will check it thoroughly, whether you are doing it good or not, whether it is up to the mark or not. So both networks are trained in a competitive process with the generator attempting to fool the discriminator and the discriminator identifying the fake data. Over time, both networks improve with the generator learning to create more realistic data and discriminator improve at detecting the fake data. So GAN can generate highly realistic images, style transfer, data augmentation, video generation, and drug discovery. So you can see how GAN works. Okay, you see real world images, and then real world images are being given, and then generator, and then the request is gone to discriminator, which will see whether things are being done or not. Then how Gen AI works? Gen AI is trained on data, data from various sources. And it's not that these companies generate data, they purchase data. As I told you, Google, Facebook, WhatsApp. In 2009, WhatsApp was founded, and within 3 years, it was sold for whopping $19 billion. What do you think? What do they make? Nothing. It provides services free of cost. So they sell their data. There is a series called Asur 2, and then when we think about privacy, watch Snowden. You will come to know that how companies, countries, especially governments, they are playing with the privacy data of yours. So Gen AI, it is being trained on data like you also, I also. I'm training people. I train cybersecurity courses. I've been trained on that. And based on that training, if someone asks me questions, like in the end, people will ask me questions. That will be what? Prompt. Based on my training and my processing power, I will process that data and respond to you and respond to you for your question. Respond to your question on the basis of my training and on the basis of my learning ability. So generative AI, it can be used to create text images, videos, and even write a script or poem for you. There's this, although I won't call him, there is a singer, Punjabi singer, who got killed around 1.5 years ago. Still, the songs are being released in his voices. How? AI. Okay, so AI can be used for generating text, generating images like Ghibli. You have seen that. Then it can be used for generating videos. Lot of morphed videos you will see around the world. It can be used for creating codes or even tasks also. What is LLM? LLM, large language model, are a type of AI that are trained on massive amount of text data or simple data, capable of generating high quality text, translating languages, writing different kinds of creative content, and providing informative answers. So they are trained on massive data sets. LLMs are trained on enormous data sets of text, allowing them to learn complex patterns and relationships. They typically use deep learning architecture, such as transformer models, which are particularly effective for processing sequential data like text. And they also have an understanding of conversations, the context of conversation. Sometimes means I use AI tools like Quillbot, Grammarly. Sometimes when I write posts on LinkedIn, it tells me about the context. Look, this post looks very authoritative and commanding. Sometimes it looks very submissive in nature. So it can understand the context also about it. And they can be used for a wide range of tasks from customer services to content creation. Like a student who has read millions of books and can now write essays, answer questions, and chat with you without memorizing facts like on encyclopedia. The popular example of it, advanced LLM developed by OpenAI, Lambda designed for dialogue applications. So it is used in natural language processing, machine translation, text summarization, content creation like articles, codes, scripts, emails, customer services like automated chatbots, educations, personalized learning experiences like you see AI based training. Like in the beginning, like when I go for training, so any security awareness training, it asks me certain questions. Like it asks me to take a test. On the basis of test, it can find out my strengths, weaknesses, and then it create a training especially for me and it is used in research. Now I'm coming to agentic AI. What is agentic AI? So agentic AI is that type of AI that can think, plan, and take actions independently. It acts like an intelligent assistant. You tell an AI, keep my company system secure. A normal AI might just alert you if you see a threat. An agentic AI would monitor your network 24/7, detect a suspicious login, attempt to block that user, check if any data was accessed, send you a report. So in JI, you have to explain everything in detail that how to keep the system secure, but here it can do the things on its own. So let's take an example how agentic AI works. Goal assigned, AI received a clear objective, like secure the network, keep the organization data safe from unauthorized access. Agentic AI is told to maintain the data confidentiality and detect potential threats. Then it will move into planning stage. AI outline the steps to achieve the goal. It decides to monitor the login activity, file access logs, and behavior patterns. Perception. Continuously monitor your systems and input. The AI continuously watches your behavior. It notices that HR system is being accessed unusually late from a country where user does not usually operate. Then it will take a decision. And like because there may be chances that HR is traveling outside. So it analyzes the data and choose the best decision. It compares the behavior with the normal baseline and recent threat intel. It finds it that it's a high risk anomaly, might be an insider threat of a compromised system. And then it takes an action on its own, takes autonomous steps, and then use GenAI to generate the reports, and then reflects an outcome to improve. You see, the human has not been involved here. It does everything on its own, but you have to be very, very careful about it. I will tell you one or two examples which can tell you that yes, it can be problematic also. So, agentic AI, a system that autonomously plan, decide, and act to achieve goals. Generative AI, it creates new content such as text, images, audio, code based on this. Then key functions complete multi-step tasks proactively. It's generate based on input, means whatever input you give or prompt you give, it works only on the basis of that. Agentic AI, it works autonomously, independently, and needs human prompt to take actions. Example use case: investigate alerts and block threats. It will write report when asked. Okay. It's goal driven and adaptive. It's creative and expressive. Examples of that is Auto GPT, Devin, Security Copilot, Chat GPT, Delay. They are examples of generative AI. May use Gen AI because without agentic AI also take generative AI for reasoning, does not take independent actions. The fields which can be impacted by us, which can be impacted by AI: threat hunting, then you have vulnerability assessments, malware analysis and reverse engineering, secure network design, identity and access management, sentimental analysis, text-based anomaly detection, risk assessment. So threat hunting, yes, it will impact agentic AI, but threat hunting is the proactive search for hidden cyber threats that may bypass traditional defenses. So agentic and normal AI also superstart this process by autonomously scanning, analyzing, and taking actions. Then it will take vulnerability assessment and patching to the next level. Similarly, you can use it for malware analysis and reverse engineering. It has increasingly become used to analyze, classify, and reverse engineer malware. It is used for creating secure network designs, Cisco DNS Center. It is being used in identity and access management. IBM Verify tool uses AI to evaluate risk. It is uses sentimental analysis, like it can review the social media post to find out the content and context of it. It can find out whether it looks like sometimes what happened. Someone writes a post, and you can find out it looks like the person post looks very suicidal in nature. Then it can look for text-based anomaly detection, use NLP models to identify abnormal patterns in the textual data. It identifies phishing attempts, unauthorized access. It can help you in risk assessments, reducing the manual efforts, and automating your incident management process. So these are some of the areas where AI will impact. And remember, there were certain jobs like L1 engineers monitoring. There are teams of engineers who perform VAPT, okay, and generates the report. That job will soon be automated. There are L1 jobs which monitor the logs that will soon be replaced by AI. So it's just like you have to work more on your transition and learn it. If we look at sometimes we without learning or without knowing about the facts, we on the basis of rhetoric, we start getting worried about it. It's not like that. You have to go into details. If you look at the last three industrial revolutions, like when in 1990s, when computers started taking over the roles, there were people who were worried that it will, who used to do manual jobs, they said very soon our jobs will be replaced. And yes, their jobs was replaced. But you look, the kind of job you are doing right now was a result of that computer, you know, so what was a result of that computer uh, think was a rise of because of the rise of the computers, or was a rise because of the because of the computer revolution, the revolution that computer brought in. Similarly, AI will result in different types of new jobs. AI governance jobs will be there. AI risk jobs will be there. Many jobs will be there. So key threats and risks. Goal misalignment. The AI pursue goals that conflict with human intent or business priorities. You tell the agentic AI protect sensitive data at all costs. It responds by shutting down critical services and blocking employee access also. Over autonomy. Uncontrolled threats. AI takes independent actions that causes disruption or errors. It's like AI automatic blocks the CFO laptops, disrupting the payroll approval. Prompt injection. What is injection? Someone inject someone, some hacker, input malicious data, which get executed in the absence of input validation and causes things which a hacker wants it to do. So attacker tricks the AI agent to crafted inputs similar to jailbreaks in LLMs. Tool misuse. AI misuse connected tools or services with too much power. Like AI has access to cloud settings, it misidentifies the server as a compromise and deletes the production instance. Learning from adversarial inputs, like you input, like for example, there are two child, where there are two kids. One is being born and brought up in a very sophisticated, suave, normal environment. Another one is brought into slums. I'm not against slum and all that. Don't generalize it, but yes, he is being born and brought up in the vicinity of criminals and all. So he will learn things from him. Similarly, if you give adversarial input, then yes. And lack of transparency, AI decisions are opaque, making auditing or correction become difficult. So, what are some of the preventive measures you can take? Set clear rules, keep human in the loop, ask for approval before taking big decisions, check all inputs, sanitize inputs to prevent tricking the AI, test AI VAPT regularly, limits AI access, and keep logs and explain actions. Again, as I told you, though you don't need to worry about it. But yes, gone are the days when you will say, okay, learn one. I remember in 2001 and 2 when I started, and I'm a 2003 pass out engineer, BTech, old kid on the block. No more a kid now. So at that time, when there was a dot-com boom, 2001, 2, I've seen people learning Java and getting a job in US. I don't consider job in a US as a parameter of success, but still there are people who are crazy about abroad, but not me. I'm just telling that getting a job in, they got a job there, fine. But then when I passed it out, 2003, 4, that dot-com boom was over. There was a recession in 2001. I'm talking about pre 2001. Then post 2001, that thing changed. You need to learn, you need to have a more formal learning process. Gone are the days when you learn one programming language and got a job. Now people still getting the job. Market was in a boom. But yes, you have to have a more formalized thing, engineering, than learning things. So what I'm trying to say is, gone are the days in security now. Last 10 years was a great boom for, was a great time for a security. Still, there is a great time for a security. But gone were the days when you learn one technology, like I'm talking about SOC. People used to learn one firewall and then they got a job and they just continue for 5, 6 years by hopping and all that. But now, these days, if you want to progress and learn, if you want to progress and want to do well, you need to have a overall knowledge of security. Okay, so sometimes people what they do, they directly start with AI. No, AI, like cyber security, is a cross-functional field. Like, be a domain expert first and then start AI. It's like AI more is like icing on the cake. First you have to manu- prepare your cake first, and that cake should be tasty. If the cake is not tasty, then icing that you apply, ultimately it looks good, but when people taste it, people will say, oh, not good. So CompTIA Security Plus, we are starting a course from 12th of July. It will be 44-hour weekend course. Okay, Saturday, Sunday, 3-hour class each. Okay, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Where I'm a trainer. I will deep dive into cybersecurity concept. There are 5 domains which are separate world in itself. So you can join that course. It's at a throwaway prices. I tell you that. So you can, if people are interested, these are the phone numbers, okay, the call number. You can, and I've also posted a post on LinkedIn. If you have followed me, you can get a form there. Otherwise, Ghazal, you can post a form-wise link on a chat so that people can access it. Okay, with this, I conclude. Now, over to you for questions.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very, very informative session. And a completely different take. You're right. Security needs to be holistic now, and with the advent of AI, it is more and more important to kind of spread the word. So wonderfully done session, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
So, guys, we are open to any questions, any queries. So please feel free to type them in the comment section. We still have ample time. So, Mr. Vadhavan will be taking all of your queries and all of your questions. So, sir, let's wait another couple of minutes.
Yep, no worries.
Great.
So if someone is a fresher or he's an experienced guy, try to move into cybersecurity, then CompTIA Security Plus is a go-to batch. Okay, we are offering this course for a throwaway price. At the same time, you can also get a voucher for uh, 70 for very cheap prices. How AI does affect the GRC domain? Okay, it will definitely, because as I already mentioned, it is impacting. You can automate the risk management, vulnerability assessment, many other things. So AI will affect it. It will automate, it will reduce the human efforts everywhere.
Right. Thanks, Mithun, for sharing your query. Guys, we are waiting. You can type your questions in the comment section on YouTube or on LinkedIn. More the merrier. And also to add to what Ajit sir said, so yes, definitely, we'll be supporting you. Of course, the training is at a wonderful price. We have a discount going on. So this year we've come out with a lot of discounts to make education and upskilling more and more accessible for everyone. Okay, we have a question, so I'll continue my train of thought later. So, sir, Manish is writing from LinkedIn.
Are there any formal tools model for implementing AI for defensive security? Look, defensive security, yes. Look, there are many tools available, but companies are also. I don't have a knowledge. I don't have any specific tool coming into my mind. But when we talk about defensive security, it's about testing, firewalls, IPS, IDS. The companies are coming up using these technologies to make these defensive management tools more effective in nature, Manish. So be it firewall, be it VAPT process. Yeah.
Now, Abhishek is asking, sir, first,
Abhishek Pandey,
yeah.
definitely AI can. Look, I just give you one example of it. Not, it is generic for AI. So I just give you one use case of one real-time example. There was a study being done. Okay, AI was asked to. Okay, they were given two profiles. One was of a black one, and one was of a white guy. White guy was a criminal guy. Okay, and black lady was pretty normal lady, but yes, she was jailed for 6 months due to some petty crime. When AI was asked, AI predicted that this why black lady will have 90% chances of doing crime. So in so what AI tell, white lady, white boy will not, white man will not do anything wrong. Chances of crime is 50% and black lady is 90%. So you see, it has taken data from somewhere which has poisoned it. So data poisoning, like any other, because AI is poisoned, AI is trained on the data. Like as already mentioned, we are all the product of data. So depending on the data you are trained on, you do things. So similarly, if you provide AI with the poison data, then it is tend to take the decisions which are poisonous in nature. Yes, definitely, Mithun. AI will help you in entering because these are the these are CompTIA Security Plus. It is, although it is being positioned as an entry level, but there is nothing like entry level. I always say this in my class. There are five domains which are pretty. comprehensive in nature, and in some cases, I would say the content is more modern more modern, updated than other defensive management examination. So yes. So as a military, well, no matter, because when we talk about security, security is more about, means you should be having versatility. So CompTIA Security Plus, as you have a experience on physical security, so you should be having knowledge on CompTIA Security Plus also, because that will teach. So you should be having knowledge about cyber security, which will deep dive into cyber security. Some people will say it will wet your feet. No, it will completely drench you so that you can be prepared for the next level. Thank you.
Perfect.
Look, I can't answer this because I'm not an IoT OT security guy. Okay, so this more of a, because the short question should be in line with CompTIA. Okay, so this is just an introductory session. There are tools and technologies. There are many. You can chat GPT it, you can Google it. I can help you from there. You can get it out. Okay, it was a more generic session. Thank you.
Great, great. So we are still open for questions. Feel free to keep dropping them. And as I was saying, we are coming out with a lot of discounts this year to make education more accessible, make upskilling more accessible to more and more professionals, and even students, freshly pass outs. So this is going to be a great opportunity. We are also authorized official partners of CompTIA. So anything, any training, any exam voucher support, everything will be provided by us at the best and most affordable prices, and that is a promise. We have another question, sir.
What about quantum? Look, quantum AI is a faraway thing. As of now, quantum is again in a development stage. I did one session specifically on quantum. Okay, as of now, don't fell for quantum thing, because not lot, because as a, because I'm also a learner. I also look for things and I look. As of now, quantum AI is a distant thing. Okay, because industry is still working on quantum and all. So there's nothing like quantum AI will be 4 or 5 years away from it. Okay, so don't fell for it. uh, Not many courses are available related to quantum security. Whatever I've learned it on the basis of, there's one good Udemy course of 3 4 hours, and there's a book also available. You can use it and learn it, but not many things available about quantums. Not many things available about quantum in today's world, even courses also, and very few universities are offering courses on quantum computing, especially I'm talking about MTech. So learn. There is a book available by Temur Ijlal, a good book, a short book that will give you a good knowledge about it. That will wet your feet. But quantum is a distant, not a distant, but quantum AI is far away. Now it's AI, then quantum 2 to 3 years, and then after that there will be an era of quantum AI when it starts together.
But that's great. So someone is thinking ahead and probably trying to plan for the future. So
Yeah,
perfect.
because right now it's AI. Within 2 years, quantum will be like, yes, industry will start thinking about quantum, because it is
Mhm.
being done. As of now, not much actions has been taken at an industry level. Industry is working, and governments around the world, especially NIC, has US government
Mhm.
has PQC. I have a session also on it on YouTube. If someone wants to have a look at it, we can. Okay, you can contact me on LinkedIn. I will share my YouTube that will give you a good knowledge about quantum. But quantum AI, it's like it takes time, and don't
Right.
fall for the trap. Don't fall for the trap.
Yeah, there are so many new trends, new things coming in, so it gets difficult to catch up, like which to go for, which to not go for. So that's a
Yeah.
wonderful thing because Mr. Ajit Pal Singh Vadhavan is also an excellent mentor and he's always available to help out day or night. You give him a call, you send him a text, he always has an answer for you. So that's a wonderful thing. Perfect. So we'll wait another, say, 5 minutes for any other questions, and then we'll be wrapping up the session. Before that, I'd like to thank everybody who's joined us today and they're asking their questions and they're engaging in the comment section. Truly grateful to have you all with us. So once again, Mr. Ajit Pal Singh's CompTIA Security Plus 701, the latest versions batch is starting from the 12th of July. These are going to be weekend sessions. All of your live classes are also recorded. So don't ever worry about, not being able to catch up or missing out. You will have access for 1 year, and we are very flexible about making your learning journey as simple and as streamlined as possible, because the learning part is in and of itself challenging and difficult. So we take pride in making your your journey as smooth as possible. So we're always here with flexibility, so feel free to reach out on the number flashing on your screen, and we'd be happy to help you.
With that, I think we can conclude now.
Absolutely, sir. So
Thank you.
for yeah, once again, thank you so much, sir, for taking out the time and taking the session. As always, it was very informative. It was delightful to have you here. And thanks everybody for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you all in the next one.